3's loading.
Falcon 1-1, taxi, runway 19,
Sure you
hold
guys
short.
kill your comm switches again.
Cowboy 1.
Choosing.
Actually, you know what? Let's keep the comms on.
4's in.
We're gonna need the AWACS to
Falcon
declare.
1-3, taxi, runway 19, hold short.
Well, I'm the AWACS, I can tell you.
Falcon 1-2, taxi, runway 19, hold short.
That's a good point. Okay, guys, so now what we're going to be going over is we're going to be going over the 2 MFDs in detail, and we're going to be going over the FCR and the SMS pages of your MFDs. So first things first, on your right MFD, you have a page called SMS, okay? This is your stores config page. If you click on that initially, you'll note, as we went over before, you'll note the loadout and a visual representation of what's on your aircraft. But this page is a lot more complex than that. If you switch into air-to-ground mode, it will go to a separate page where you can configure the settings on your bombs and customize the burst altitude of weapons, arming delay, and how many bombs are going to be released each time you pickle, and things like that. So let's go ahead and go into master air-to-ground mode by pressing backspace, by cycling air-to-ground stores, or by pressing AG on your ICP. Everyone have that?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, it should say, now on your SMS page, it should say on the top right, 6M82. Does that say that? And there's a bunch of other stuff.
Yep.
Prof 1 SGL, all that. Everyone sees that? Okay.
Copy.
So what we have here is, this is the weapons config page for your currently selected weapon. Right now, on this aircraft, we only have 6 Mark 82s. Mark 82 is a 500-pound bomb. It's a dumb bomb. It has no guidance. And we have 6 of them. So on your Mark 82, you can set your arming delay and relative angle of release. Those are the 2 settings that are customizable. You also can set how many bombs get released and on which wings they get released. So let's just go over what's on this page for now, okay? The top left of the MFD, that's just telling you that you're in air-to-ground mode. To the right of that is the current bombing mode selected. By default, it's CCRP, okay? CCRP.
What is CCR? Okay.
CCRP is a radar-based bombing mode that uses your radar. It's for releasing at higher altitudes. It's for when you want to release on a precision target that you know its exact position. It's useful when it's too dangerous to use CCIP and you can't visually identify the target. That's when you use CCRP. We're going to be going over all of this much more in depth once we're airborne. The other modes available are CCIP, and then some gun modes. Okay, CCIP is a visual bombing mode. All you do to bomb things in CCIP, and by the way, that stands for constantly calculated impact point. The only thing you do to bomb things with CCIP is you have a little pipper on your HUD. When you put the pipper on the thing you want to bomb, and then you just hold down your pickle button. It's as simple as that. You fly into the fall line, and then the bomb releases. It's the easiest bombing mode and the easiest weapon mode probably in history to use. And it's extremely powerful, and it's sort of what made the F-16 famous. Because in the 1980s, the Israelis attacked a nuclear reactor in, I think it was Syria, and they did a map of the Earth CCIP raid, evaded all their air defenses, and destroyed the reactor with Mark 84s. Okay, that's that button. The inventory button is, this goes back to your regular SMS page showing all your stores. The control button is that is setting up the specific settings on the bomb, like angle of attack, or arming delay, release angle, burst altitude, stuff like that. Okay, the button to the bottom right of that, that's just telling you what weapon you currently have selected. If we had more than Mark 82s, if we had like Mavericks or whatever, Mark 84s, we could click that button and it would cycle through the different weapons. But right now we just have Mark 82s, so if you click that button, nothing happens. Under that, don't worry about profile number. Under that, 1 SGL, that stands for one single, okay? That means that you're going to release one bomb when you pickle. You can change that to pairs, and if you switch it to pairs, then it's going to release one bomb from each wing, okay? That's the way it works by default. What's the next thing? Is that arming delay? Oh, no, it's impact spacing. Yeah. Where it says 175 feet, that's impact spacing. So by default, if you were to release 2 bombs, the bombs would impact 175 feet apart, okay? And you can modify that easily by clicking on the button and putting in a new number. The number below that is release pulses, okay? It's technically possible to release every single weapon on your plane with 1 pickle. The way you would do that is you would set instead of 1 single, you'd switch it to a pair, and then you'd have 2 release pulses, which means you'd be releasing 2 pairs twice. So release pulses is how many times it gets released, and the SGL or pair, that's how many bombs get released per pulse. Okay. The other stuff in there in the center, that's just telling you your arming delay and your relative angle that you need to release the bomb. You're normally going to want to keep it at 23 degrees. If you go any lower than that, it's possible that you can hit yourself with your own bomb if you come in at an extreme angle. Just leave it at 23 degrees until you're really good and you know how to tweak that stuff. For now, let's go ahead and go into CNTL, the control button on the top right of the MFD. And what you're going to see here is you're going to see. Okay, so this is a little hard to explain, but I'm going to try to explain it. Okay. Each C and then a number, that's a different weapon profile. Okay. We're on profile 1, so it's lit up green, okay? That means that we're using profile 1 for our weapon. The arming delay is, what is that, 6 seconds? Yeah, it's a 6-second arming delay. Actually, hold on a second. Let's see here. Yeah, 6-second arming delay on the, okay, so Mark 82s and Mark 84s, they have 2 arming delays. They have a front fuse delay, and they have a rear fuse delay. There's 2 fuses on it, on the nose of on the front of the bomb and on the rear of the bomb, okay? So right now we have an arming delay of 6 seconds on the front and a 1.5 on the rear. If we wanted to, so what we're going to do is, if we wanted to customize the bomb settings, we would just click on the button to the left of the active profile. So where those lit up green numbers are, and letters, you would just click to the left of that. Go ahead and do that now. And you're going to see in the center of your screen it says enter cat 1, arming delay 1, arming delay 2. So what you do here to enter it is, it's like a keypad pretty much. You see the numbers next to the buttons. So if you press 1 and then 0, 0, you see it sets the first arming delay to 1 second. Go ahead and do that now. And then press enter at the top, and then it will go to the next arming delay. And also let's change that to 100 as well. Press enter again, and then it will bring you back to the SMS page. And you'll see that the arming delay for that weapon is now 1 second. Did everyone do that? Everyone see how to do that? Did anyone not do that? Alright. So that's how you set arming delay. And also in the control page, this is not what's on our bombs, but for like CBUs and cluster bombs and stuff like that, there's a burst altitude setting, and that's really important. The burst altitude setting is when the bomb actually opens up and the bomblets come out. The default burst altitudes are really conservative. You usually really going to want to increase the burst altitude when you use CBUs. That's pretty much it for this for the SMS page. Any questions before we continue? Okay, you tracking this stuff, Fusion?
Yeah, I was on the phone just now, so I kind of missed this whole thing. I apologize, but...
Motherfucker. Alright, well, you're just going to have to... God damn it. Whatever, you're going to have to watch the video. Okay, so that's the SMS page. Alright, now we're going to talk about the features of the FCR. Are you still on the phone?
No, I just went off the phone. So we're switching to what now?
Okay, now we're going to be referencing the FCR on the left. On your
left? Okay.
On your left MFD. Go ahead and switch back to air-to-air mode by pressing Enter on your keyboard or by cycling air-to-air weapons. Okay. This is your air-to-air radar, okay? The before we do this, everyone on your ICP, do list 080 and enable the bullseye. Okay, everyone has that? Has anyone not done the bullseye? Alright. So now, the left MFD of your FCR, okay? It's going to run through the features of the FCR, okay? The top left of the FCR is the current mode of the FCR. CRM is the air-to-air mode, okay? Left of that is the radar mode. The radar mode is RWS, LRS, TWS, and VSR, okay? RWS is range while scan. RWS has the best refresh rate of any radar and the biggest gimbals of any radar, but it doesn't give you any information. So it's really bad for situational awareness. In order to get information on the radar contacts, you have to soft lock them. So I personally recommend for newbies to never use RWS. Instead, I recommend using TWS. Okay? So go ahead and click that button until it says TWS. Now, TWS mode, it doesn't refresh as fast, but it's still pretty fast. And the range is a little smaller, but it has a huge advantage because TWS mode, also known as track while scanned, it soft locks every single thing. It soft locks up to 16 air-to-air targets, and it will try to soft lock everything on your screen. So, since it soft locks automatically, you'll know the altitude and the bearing of all the contacts that are on your radar screen without having to do anything. Okay. The VSR mode is pretty much worthless. It's mainly for scanning for bombers and large targets, cruise missiles and things like that. It's very rarely used. You might use it if you're looking for bombers. The VSR has a scanning range out to 1,200 miles. The TWS and the RWS has a range up to 160 miles. Okay. The top of the FCR is further away from your aircraft. The closer, or the bottom of the FCR is the closer to your aircraft. The center of the screen where those green lines are, that is a artificial horizon, okay? Okay, another feature of the FCR, very important. This only works in TWS mode. Is, you see where it says norm at the top in the center? That means that you're at a normal zoom for the radar, okay? But let's say there's a bunch of radar contacts and they're all jammed together. You can expand the radar image and it will separate them. It will expand the radar image. It's basically like zooming in, and it will separate them so you can see them easier and lock them up. So you can click expand and it will do that. The button to the right of normal or expand, that is override. That, if you press that button, it will kill your radar. It does the exact same thing as the RF norm and RF silent switch to the left side of your MFD.
What button is this?
OVRD.
Override? Okay.
It will kill your radar. It does the exact same thing as the RF norm and RF silence switch on the left side of your MFD. Okay. That's the main features of the FCR. There's more to it, but we're not going to go over everything. Now, go ahead and cycle air-to-ground hardpoints or go into air-to-ground master mode by pressing backspace. What you should see now is you should see on your FCR now, you should see a green radar screen with lines in it. Everyone sees that? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is your ground mode radar, okay? In ground mode radar, it's a CCRP bombing mode. It only works in CCRP. In ground mode radar, it's going to show every single thing that's on the grounds. Everything. And I don't mean just vehicles. I mean trees, buildings, anything that has a radar signature is going to be shown on GM mode, okay? You can change the radar mode by clicking on GM, and there's GMT and C mode, okay? Those are the most important ones. GMT is ground moving target mode. It will only show radar contacts on the ground that are moving. So if you're ever doing CAS, or if you're hunting for targets that are moving around, you use GMT to find them. Okay? C mode is like GMT, except it's optimized for seaborne targets, and you use that if you're going after ships. Okay? So if you're in that, just click GM again and it will return. Top left of the MFD, where it says 20, that is your current radar resolution. You can go up to 80 miles on the GM radar, and each ring is a third of your scanning area, just like on the HSD. So, yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. Button on the right side of the MFD, FZ, that stands for freeze. If you see contacts, okay, and you don't want to lose them, because keep in mind, when we're flying, the radar is going to be moving around, so you might see a contact that you want to get, and then you have to turn, and you're going to lose it. You can freeze the radar screen, and it will keep those contacts on there permanently until you unfreeze. That is a useful button. Just know where that is. We're not going to go over how to use it, because it's a little advanced, but just know where it is. Okay?
I lost that button. Where is it exactly?
FZ. It's on the right side of the MFD.
I'm not saying it.
What do you see on the right side of your MFD?
I still see GM, GMTC, and all that.
Click GM.
Still staying there.
Click GM on the right side of your MFD.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now you see FZ, right?
Yeah, I see that. Okay.
Okay, that's the radar freeze button. Then, under that, at the bottom, you should see STP, and that's lit up green. That's telling you the current scanning mode that it's using, okay? It's on steer point mode, which means it's only going to show around the steer point that you have selected. But let's say your target is not on the steer point. You don't know where your target is. Then you can change it to snowplow mode. And then what the radar is going to do is it's going to stop scanning around the steer point, and it's going to scan in a cone directly in front of your nose. And you can go into snowplow mode by pressing the SP button. So you have steer point mode and you have snowplow mode. Steer point mode is very useful when you know exactly where the targets are. It's like a pre-planned attack or whatever, and you don't want to worry about looking for the target, etc. That's when you would use snowplow mode. Okay. If you don't know where the targets are, if you're hunting for targets, you would use snowplow mode. All right. Just leave it on steer point mode for now. Alright, that's the basics of the ground radar. Trying to think if there's anything else that we need to go over before we fly.
Kraus, just a quick question.
Yeah.
There's 2 AI flights about to bomb Force's target. Do you want me to make them abort?
No, it's fine. Actually, yeah, go ahead and tell them to abort. Good call on that, by the way. Alright, so now what we're going to do is, guys, we're going to take off So when you take off, you always want to be in air-to-air mode. So just switch back to air-to-air mode by pressing Enter. Make sure your HSD is selected active, and put your radar resolution on like 40 miles, and put it in TWS mode. Just advise when you guys have done that and you're ready to take off.
Kraus, can you confirm the forces group is still on the ground?
They are. Plus, if you told them to abort, it wouldn't do anything. I don't think if they were humans.
It's okay, because another flight group just took off and there's 4 of them, so...
Alright, Fusion, you good to go?
Yeah, how do you set 40 miles? I can set it to 30 and then 60.
Okay. You're back in air-to-air mode, right?
Yeah.
He's talking about the HSD.
Yeah, the HSD.
Oh, don't worry about that. Just leave that on 15.
Okay.
I was talking about the FCR, the left MFD. Change it to 40
Okay, yeah,
miles.
it's already set to 40.
And
Okay.
put it on TWS. Okay, also, just click the AA on your ICP, and it will put it into nav mode. This way you don't have your weapon selected. Okay, so now I'm going to begin to roll. I'm going to begin to taxi. Okay, so we're going to do element departures. I'm going to take active left, full burn to 350, 10 degrees nose up, come out of the burn at 350.
What is your call sign anyway, Kraus? I didn't take notice.
That is a good question. I don't know.
Falcon 1-1.
Okay, yeah, I've got you.
Are we doing the dual takeoff again?
Yes, it's called an element takeoff.
Element takeoff, okay.
Takeoff by elements, yeah. I'm taking active left, so you should be diagonally behind me to the right. It's also known as a two-ship departure. It's a common term. When we get in the air, we're just going to be in a trail. Or, scratch that, we're going to be in a wedge. Okay.
Two set.
Alright, you're set, okay. Okay, brakes on. 90%. Wheels off. Ready, ready, ready. Now. And burn.
Oh, I'm ahead of you. Why? Why?
He's rotating. Airborne. Fusion just
4 on active.
Fusion just bank to my left and get onto my left. I'm above you to your hey, take your gear up. Take your gear up, press J.
4 ready. Wheel brakes
that was a
on.
good sound.
Spool to 90.
I think my gears might have just ripped off.
Yeah, you need to take
4
your
ready,
gear up.
ready. Ready,
Yeah,
ready,
forgot.
ready. Release. Burner.
I'm trying to look for you, Kraus. Do you stay in the 3D cockpit or the 2D cockpit?
2D.
Okay.
Use the HSD expand.
Rotate.
Yeah, I just did.
I'm
3's airborne.
an Angels 5, I'm to your 2 o'clock.
4 gear up.
Yeah, gotcha.
Ten degree climb. Out of the burner.
Okay, flight. Let's go ahead and bank right to heading 170. First thing we're going to do is we're going to do CCIP bombing. Stay 5 degrees nose up, like 90%. Okay, leads at 361 knots, Angel 7, 5 degrees nose up. Element 2, advise when you're saddled. Just be in a wedge.
Copy. We're in a 4-mile trail. Closing.
2 is settled.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We'll just start doing it from here. So, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna put our master arm on, and we're gonna switch into air to ground mode by pressing backspace or by pressing cycle air to ground stores. We're then gonna go to our SMS page, and we're gonna change the bombing mode from CCRP to CCIP. Has everyone done that?
Copy. 4.
Done.
Okay. Now just keep it 5 degrees nose up. We're gonna level off at like Angels 15, and then we're gonna start. Actually, we're gonna level off at Angels 10. Okay. So level off. All right, you're okay, Fusion. Just stay at Angels 10. Master arms on. What you should now see in the center of your screen is you should see a line coming down from the meatball. Everyone see that?
Copy.
Yep.
That is a fall line, okay? That is showing you at the bottom of that fall line is where your CCIP pipper is. That's where the bomb is going to land. So you probably can't see the pipper right now, right? Because it's under your HUD. So in order to see the pipper, you have to either nose down or you have to look over the ICP physically. So in order to do that, there's another cockpit mode called Shift 2. Go ahead and press Shift 2 now. And
Slowing down 3.
you should see now, you should be able to see over your ICP now, and you should see where the pipper is. It's a circle with a little dot in it. Everyone see that?
Yeah.
Yep. That's kind of cool.
Cool. So now, wherever that pipper is, that's where your bombs are going to land. So if you want to bomb something, you put the pipper over the target, and then you hold down pickle. Then you fly into the fall. All right. After you hold down pickle, the fall line's going to become static. It's not going to move anymore when you turn. You need to line up the meatball so it's vertically aligned with the fall line, and then just fly into the fall line pretty much. And then what you'll see on the bottom right of your HUD, you'll see a time to release and a range to release. Okay, you'll see on the top right of your HUD, you'll see, on the bottom right of your HUD, you'll see a range to target, and under that you'll see time to target. So just go ahead and experiment with this now.
Altitude.
Just go ahead and experiment with this now. After you pickle, just keep the plane level and just fly right into the fall line. So the fall line's in the middle of the meatball.
So we should actually pickle.
Yeah, just bomb anything. It doesn't matter. And you can break. You can break formation too.
So we drop the bomb, and then.
Look, are you still in formation? I see
Yeah.
you. See to our 12 o'clock low. There's a little town there.
Yeah.
Just turn into it so like the pipper is on top of the building, on one of the buildings, and then hold down pickle. And then what's going to happen is the circle's going to stop moving, and the fall line's going to become static. Then you just fly into the fall line. Keep the meatball in the center of the fall line, and then just keep flying into it. Hold down pickle the entire time, and eventually your bomb will release.
Oh, okay. I think it dropped.
Yeah, if you guys increase your comm volume a little bit, you'll be up. Your guy will actually say bomb away. But don't do that if you're gonna crash.
How come this shit isn't an Arma?
Huh?
How come that shit isn't an Arma?
I don't know, but this is what every modern plane uses.
Yeah, I've always wondered, like, how that actually works. So these are dumb bombs as well, but
They are dumb bombs,
you can
but
calculate the dumb bomb.
They are dumb bombs, but CCIP is extraordinarily accurate. It's pinpoint accurate. Your bombs are going to land within 5 feet of the target, pretty much.
That is really cool.
So go ahead and use 2 bombs or 3 bombs, and just experiment with CCIP. Just break formation and just bomb some random targets. Don't use more than 3 bombs because I want to show you CCRP next.
So outside of on the right screen, should we stay on SMS or just go back to HSD once we already have our bomb set up?
Go back to HSD at all times. If you're just flying around, just be on HSD because it shows you where everyone else is.
Russ, why don't you do a diving CCIP rather than just a straight and level?
Baby steps, man.
Oh, okay, okay.
Basically, if you can do this, then you can do 99% of the missions in Allied Force, because most bombing missions are done in this fashion. They're done with CCIP. So just say when you've used 3 bombs. Don't use more than 3 bombs in total.
Good morning, Fury 1-1. Leche, power, cleared for landing. Runway 14. Tech gear down.
And again, note when you hold down the pickle button on the bottom right. Just keep this. I want you guys to see this. On the bottom right of your HUD, it's going to say range to target and time to target.
Miles away.
I just killed a bunch of civilians.
Okay, I'm a little confused. I couldn't tell if it dropped there. How close are we when it eventually actually gets dropped?
What do you mean, how close are you?
Well, I was at like 3,000 feet, and then, like, I kept looking down, and then what's the, when you have the ball still there?
Meatball?
Yeah, like the meatball was still on the ground, and
Oh, you're
I don't know, I couldn't tell if it was actually dropped.
talking about the CCIP pipper?
Yeah.
Okay, what will happen is when you hold down the pickle button, the CCIP pipper will stay on the ground. It's supposed to do that.
Okay.
And then you fly your meatball into the fall line.
Yeah, if it helps to think about CCRP, you know, just remember it as this. It's not when you press the pickle button. That's not saying release bomb now. It's saying give permission to release the bomb when it's going to hit. So
you hold down the pickle button.
Yes.
Yeah.
After that.
Once you've got the pipper over the target you want, you hold it down and fly so that your flight path marker is on the drop line, and then once the computer decides, right, it's going to hit if I release now, then it releases the bombs, and hopefully it should hit. That's how it works.
Yeah, exactly. The CCIP mode, it's all based on computer calculations. You're not actually releasing the bomb, the computer is. The computer decides when it's going to release the bomb, so it's the most accurate, because the computer is more accurate than you as a human.
Computers are smarter than us.
Good morning, Fury 1-3. Leche, power, cleared for
What's the recommended altitude when doing stuff like this?
It's pretty much anything. Just don't be below 1,000 feet, because then you can hit yourself with the bomb. The bomb will kill you, pretty much. Anything above 1,000 is fine, though. And I'd recommend, on most runs, you're going to be between 3,000 and 10,000.
Turn left to final approach course 140. Check speed.
Four, I'm gonna join up on one there, going down to our right.
Roger. Okay. Guys, make sure you have bombs left, okay? I want to do CCRP. See how that works, Fusion?
I'm still kind of trying to figure it out. Okay, wait. So what I've been doing is lining up the line with the blip, right?
With the meatball, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, well, no. Okay. I need to get the correct termination.
Yeah, you do. The thing that has the 3 circles coming out, the 3 lines coming out of it, where it's showing where your nose is going, that's a meatball.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's the meatball. What's the thing called that I put it on?
CCIP pipper.
Yeah. Okay. The pipper. I've been lining it up with the pipper, so I'm kind of have to nose down to keep it lined up. So I should watch. A separate line is created when I do that on the meatball?
No. Okay, so the line is telling you where you need to point your meatball in order to release the bomb. So when you hold down pickle, you should line up the meatball so it's going down the center of your screen pretty much, and the meatball should be going into the line, like it should be in the middle of the line.
Okay. Will I hear when the bomb is dropped? Like, will I hear like a...
Yeah, you'll hear
something.
You'll hear a fucking, like a chunk noise. Like
A thunk.
thunk noise, yeah.
Okay, I don't think I've dropped a bomb yet, though, so I haven't been doing it right.
Okay, go to your... Go to your SMS page. Go to your SMS page, right? What does it say on the top right of your SMS page?
6M82.
Okay, you haven't released any bombs yet.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go over this again, okay? Level off. You're in the Shift 2 view, right?
Yeah, 1 second, I'm way over the ocean, so let me actually choose a target.
You're in the Shift 2 view, yes?
Yeah, right now.
Okay, find anything that you want to bomb. Doesn't matter what it is. It could be fucking the ocean for all I care, okay?
Okay.
Put the pipper on the target by maneuvering, okay? But so move your stick until the pipper's on the target.
I've done that.
Then hold down the pickle button.
Altitude.
Then you're going to see the CCI pipper is going to remain on the ground. You need to put the meatball, this vertical line appeared in the middle of your screen. You need to keep the meatball in the center of that vertical line. And you put your master arm on, right?
I think so.
Well, check, because if it's not on, then you're not going to release anything.
Yeah, I did. I'm just trying to keep the meatball thing on right now.
Okay, so just fly into that fall line.
Okay, I didn't hear a clunk or anything, and I passed the thing, and then the line went way behind me.
So, are you... Alright. What are you doing with your aircraft when you fly over the target? Are you, like... What are you doing? Like,
I'm keeping it straight, just perfectly straight.
Alright, listen, if you're nosing down too far, or if you're nosing up too far, it's not going to release. You have to keep it level when you go over the target. Or you have to be at an extreme angle, like you have to dive bomb it. Either way, if the angle is more than 23 degrees, then it's not going to release.
Okay, let me try that again.
Are you keeping the same speed as well? Because sometimes that throws off the computer.
Yeah, you want to keep
Yeah,
it
keeping the
nice
same speed.
level.
It says CCIP on left lower side of your HUD.
Yeah, I gotta check.
The other thing I had an issue with is I got to work on my joystick. It wasn't pickling off when I used it on my joystick. I actually had to hold the space bar.
Well, if the CCI pipper stays on the ground and the fall line becomes vertical and static, then you hold.
Yeah, then it's working.
Okay, now we're going to do CCRP bombing mode. So go back to your SMS, and where it says CCIP, just click that and change it to CCRP. Okay? And then go back to your HSD on the right MFD. Then switch it to snowplow mode on your FCR by pressing SP. Everyone's done that?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Now what you're going to do is you should see a bunch of white little returns on your radar. Okay? Those are ground contacts. It could be anything: trees, buildings, houses, whatever. What I want you to do is I want you to slew your radar over any one of those, and I want you to press TMS up.
locked on to something.
Okay, now what I want you to do is... Hold on. Let's see what this HUD symbology looks like. Okay, at the top of your HUD, you should see this little cross, your gun cross, okay? It should have a number next to it, and then a line leading from it. You need to fly towards that line, and then you'll see the contact on your HUD. It's going to be a green square, okay? You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Now what you do is you fly towards the target, and you hold down your pickle button, and you put the fall. It's like the same thing as CCIP. You put the fall line in. You try to get your meatball onto the fall line.
Miles away.
You hold down the pickle the entire time.
Cross, is it too late to get in on this?
I don't know. Probably. I have to leave in like half an hour.
Copy.
You can join if you want, but.
I hear you.
Oh, guys, one really important thing with this mode that I forgot to mention is that once you're within a certain range, it's gonna start. It's gonna do your countdown timer is gonna go down to 0. Then it's gonna reset. That's normal, and you should hold down your pickle button the entire time until the bomb gets released.
What, you're not going to teach him about lofting? I'm disappointed.
Fuck no. You see how long it took to get Fusion to do CCIP, and you want me to do lofting?
I'm still doing whatever the hell we're doing right now. I don't think I got it to work.
Okay, you need to go to the SMS page on your right MFD.
No, I've done that. No, I just haven't properly dropped the bomb.
That's fine.
So I've done the lock on, and once I lock it on, I need to get the big line on the meatball again.
Put the fall. That's called the fall line.
Correct.
Put the fall. Yeah, sorry. That's called the fall line. Put the fall line.
The fall line.
Put the meatball on top of the fall line, then fly into it while holding down pickle.
Okay. So it's like pretty much the same as the other one, but without the yeah.
Well, this is a radar-based mode. The other one is a visual or an optical-based mode.
Miles away.
Yep, there it went. Okay, I got this.
Okay, just go ahead and use the rest of your bombs on CCRP.
Miles away.
You press TMS down to break the radar and then select a new target as well. Also note, when you move the radar slew across your FCR, you'll see a line leading to where it's being selected on your HUD. And you can actually visually select targets from far range, as you can see the radar selector on your HUD.
Are we gonna try to do landings today?
Possibly. I have to leave within a half an hour, so I just want to get the air-to-air done. Oh, if you need to make small corrections, like if your meatball is drifting off the fall line or whatever, use the rudder. Use the rudder on your stick. It's a good way to perfect it.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
And also, you notice when there's a little horizontal line that drops towards your meatball, that's showing you the time to target, pretty much. When it reaches your meatball, the bomb's going to release.
Miles away. Miles away.
Oh, okay. So that's how you tell.
Well, no, well, that's a visual representation of the thing that already exists in the bottom right of your HUD that tells you time to target and range to target.
Oh, okay. It's like that Star Wars thing when he was locking onto the Death Star.
Alright, let me know when you guys are dry.
Bombs away.
3's dry.
2 is dry.
Okay, now you should see your master caution lit up, right? Did your master caution light up, Fusion?
Maybe. I didn't notice, but I am empty after checking SMS.
Okay, top left of your cockpit, is there a master caution light that's lit up?
No. Oh, yes. Okay, I see what you're talking about.
Why is that lit up?
Because we are empty and we can go into Cat 1 or whatever.
Correct. So everyone go to Cat 1. Left of your knee, stores config to switch from Cat 3 to Cat 1. And then once you're Cat 1, go ahead and just do a spin. Just roll to the right or left, and you'll see how incredibly more maneuverable your aircraft is. You see how the aircraft is much more responsive when you're in Cat 1?
I think it's a little too responsive because now my thing is making bad sounds when I did some tight turns.
You probably oversped. You probably did overspeed your aircraft. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, let's but everyone sees that though, right? It's a lot more responsive.
Bombs away.
Yeah, it's cool.
Cat flare.
Okay, let's rejoin on steer point 1, and we're going to. So everyone press S until it says STP1 on your DED, and then fly towards steer 1. We're going to rejoin on steer 1, get information, and then head over C for some air-to-air combat. Hey, Forrest Krause.
Go ahead.
Should we remain in Cat 1?
We just did air to grounds, and we're now headed over C to go do some
Absolutely.
do some air to air.
Roger, we're still air to ground. We air to air very soon.
Kraus, just so you know, Forces Group is still doing bombing targets at the minute.
Yep, I was just talking to him actually. Okay, Element 2.
Panthers 1 and 2. Inbound for landing.
Can you guys fly intercept? Do you know how to do that?
Against you?
Yeah, just join on us. Because if you stay on
Yeah.
tier 1, you're not gonna be on the right spot. You guys should
Yeah, we'll
turn to
we'll
your
turn
left.
towards you.
Yeah. Okay, now we want to go back to master air-to-air mode, okay? We want to make sure it's on TWS. We want to make sure it's on 40 miles, and your HSD is selected. Okay, now I'm going to go over antenna tilt, okay? So the maximum altitude and minimum altitude that your radar can scan are represented by a series of numbers next to the radar selector, okay? Hey, Fusion, reference tier 2.
What? Say again?
Press S, go to steer point 2, and then turn towards steer 2. And watch out, I'm passing over you, don't hit into me.
Wait, you want me to go to steer point
Yes,
2?
I want you to go to steer point 2.
Okay.
Let's get back up to 15,000 feet too. Once your information, I'll explain what I was trying to explain. Okay, element 1, just go 95%, and element 2, go mil power. Should rejoin on time. Element 2, just don't use your burner because we're already a little bit low on fuel.
Copy that. 4,500 pounds.
64. I'm using mine.
Okay, fusion, nose up and gain altitude. Do like a 10 degree or a 15 degree nose up. I'm gonna, right now I'm at your 4 o'clock. I'm passing to your 3 o'clock. Now I'm your 2
Yeah, I got
o'clock.
you on radar.
Okay, nose up. So I'm gonna overtake you. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna slow down a bit.
Say we're going to 20.
15. Okay, you're pretty good. Just get on the right altitude now, and you'll be good. Fusion.
Cool, cool. Yeah, I got visual on you. What speed we going?
Just keep it like 90% until they rejoin. Okay, you're too high. Just bring it down to my altitude.
When we're referencing the percentage of fuel, should we just look at our RPMs?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Let's fence in. Lead is fenced to 510.
Three is fenced to 430.
4 fence 064.
Fusion, turn off your lights and then say your call sign and your fuel status.
Okay. Lights. Off.
Cowboy, 1-2, Sentry, 1, picture clear.
How do I check the fuel status again? That's the bottom right.
It's right of your right knee next to the compass.
Okay, yeah. This is 2. I am 37. Would that be correct?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's try to stay in formation. You're all fucked up.
Yeah, you're going a little fast for me. I'll try to catch up now.
So you say airspeed.
493.
Okay. Yeah, so a good thing to do, a good sort of tactic to stay in formation is just to soft lock the lead and just check his airspeed and check the closure rate. In fact, go ahead and soft lock me now because I want to go over the various features of the FCR. I want everyone to lock me up right now. Just soft lock it. Here, I'm gonna break formation and take lead. Just stay at 90. Just stay at 95%. Okay, everyone lock me up. Tell me when you have me locked up.
Three's got you.
Trying to figure out exactly how to lock you on the radar.
Okay.
So I'm not seeing you.
slow
How do I like find you, kind of?
All right, just hold on. We don't have enough distance. Just stay at 90%. I'm gonna try to get in front of you. Okay, I should be on the bottom right of your radar. What are the numbers say next to the radar selector? The 2 vertical white lines. What do the numbers say next to that?
20 and 15.
Okay, that you should be able to see me. I should be on the bottom right of your FCR.
Where are you coming?
It says you're at 16, but on my right screen it says you're on 15 altitude, so I didn't know if that was correct.
Well, I'm the only one in front of you, so just lock me.
Okay. Oh, I lost you now.
Okay, flight flight reference steer 3, IP3. Do you see me or no?
I did, now I don't.
Kill yourself. Okay, do you see anything on your radar?
Not at the moment.
Okay, top right of your radar, change the range to 20 miles. Okay, go 80% on your... Everyone go 80%. Okay, I'm 15 miles in front of you. You should be able to see me.
Oh, okay, is that you? Okay.
Yes, do you see me? Yes or no?
I found it, yeah, I found it. Okay, you're self-locked.
Soft-lock me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, everyone has me locked now? Yes?
I have a soft lock on you. I think it's you.
Okay, alright. So, what you're seeing now is you're seeing that triangle is a representation of my aircraft, okay? The line coming out of the triangle shows you the nose of the aircraft, where the nose is pointing. The top right number on the MFD is the closure rate. If that's a positive number, if it's above 0, then the aircraft is closing on you. If it's a negative number, then you're losing it, okay? The number to the left of that is airspeed. You should see me at 484 knots, and it should be a negative closure rate, because I'm going faster than all of you. Everyone sees that?
You're listed as 494. 490.
Okay, that's
I got
fine.
490.
It's not exactly accurate. Okay, the top left of that, I don't remember what order this is because I can't see it right now, but there should be a degree, something degrees. That's my current heading off the nose of my aircraft. Okay, it should say 044 or something like that.
040.
Yep, that's good. And there's another number there which I don't remember what it is, but it's something there.
Aspect angle, or right on your tail.
Okay, aspect angle. Okay, now watch this. Now, I'm going to turn left, and you guys are going to see the triangle. It's going to turn left, and the line's going to be coming out of the left side of the triangle now. You see that?
Yeah.
Now, watch what happens. As I turn into you, the closure rate is going to skyrocket. It should start increasing right now.
Yeah, it's going crazy.
We're gonna lose you because you're gonna go out of the parameters.
All right, I'm gonna bank back to the right. But you see how that works? Everyone understand how that works?
Is there someone on top of you?
There's not.
I'm seeing two things. Oh, okay, never
You're
mind.
seeing me because I'm on the data link. So everyone understands that. Okay. Turn your master arm to off. Make sure. Alright. Fusion, it said your master arm's off, right?
Yeah.
Okay, everyone's master arm is off.
4, copy.
Okay.
Copy.
Actually put it on simulate. Just right click it one more time. And hard lock me. Okay. Now what you should see on the right side of your HUD, you should see a bracket. It's called an indexer. And there should be a caret in there, okay? Cycle air-to-air weapons, so you're on medium-range missiles. It should say 2 MRM on the bottom left of your HUD. Okay, once the caret is inside the indexer, you have a good shot on the target, okay? If the caret is above the bracket in the middle, then it's a Fox 3 long. Yeah. If the caret's in the middle of the box, then it's a Fox 3 medium, and if it's below the box, then it's a Fox 3 close. Alright, go ahead and unlock me.
That's your carrot on the yellow circle, right?
What?
You are the carrot, and the yellow circle is the lock, and if the line is...
Oh, can you just break the lock? Just press DMS down. Okay, thank you. Say again?
Yeah, I think I understand it.
So when the carrot is inside of that index, you have a good shot. You can engage the target, okay? So, Andy, you still there?
Cut smashed 4.
You still there, Andy?
Yeah.
Declare 069 for 231, Angels 18.
Request vector to threat.
Repeat bullseye.
069 for 230, Angels 18.
Contact is friendly. That is Forces Group.
Okay. Okay, flight, reference heading, 00, or due north. Reference heading due north. Hey, Force, do you have the bogies yet?
Negative. I'm looking for it. They're definitely out there. They're down the coast to the north.
Okay, be advised, we're behind you by about 40 miles. We're just going to stay in trail of you.
Roger that. I just got Jake. I'm gonna put 1 or 2 missiles on those guys and an RTB, man. I'm really
Jake now,
shocked.
so.
I'm just gonna show Jake how to
Yeah,
do
I actually have to leave like now.
it. Copy.
All right, look, guys, I have to go. There's going to be MiGs in front of us. There's contacts in front of us. Those are friendly. The ones that are